And I'm thinking maybe they want my phone. So I'm like, here's my phone, here's my wallet.
They take everything.
They take my phone and they take my wallet. He tosses it into the car. And the driver's like, she's too stubborn, shoot her. You know, some people say when they get into accidents, the only thing they could remember is how they got there and then how they ended up at the hospital. That was pretty much me. The most disappointing feeling is going to the police station or going to the police force hoping to get assistance and hoping that someone who's going to believe your story. It's when you go there and they actually don't believe anything you're saying.
Welcome to Wellness Ketchup. I'm excited to have you guys here. Oh my goodness, this week we have such an amazing guest. I am very excited to introduce to you. Some of you might know her from TikTok because she has a lot going on there. Some of you might know her from Instagram. Some of you might know her from Miss Grand 2025. I welcome you, Bella.
Hi everyone.
How are you, Bella?
I'm so good. I'm actually so excited to be here. So thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I don't know if they know, guys, we went to school together. She should have started with that before the Miss Grand and everything. We were in school together. We were fighting for our lives.
Exactly. I met you in 2019.
Yeah.
It's crazy how,
Boston.
it's 2025 now and we're having this conversation.
It took us a while, but we're here now.
We're here, girl. We're here. Girl. I am so happy to have you. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start because you do quite a lot. I mean, girl, this year, I've just been on your TikTok. I've been on your IG. I'm like, if it's not the TikTok challenges, it's the impactful work that you've been doing through Miss Grand SA, Miss Grand 2025. So I just wanted to ask you to just give people like a young intro on who you are, what you do. I know you're also in the marketing space.
Yes, I am.
So take it away.
So hi everyone again. My name is Bella and I'm actually a marketing assistant for an in-house company. So that's what I do professionally. That's my 9 to 5. That's where I get my money. Okay. And then outside of that, I'm modeling. I'm doing other things outside of that as well. And I'm on TikTok and obviously I entered Miss Grand this year and that is really where I found myself this year. And I'm so proud of that whole journey because it's been so life-changing for me. Yeah.
Amazing. If there was like one word you would use to describe 2025 for you, what is that?
One word. Optimistic. Because there's so many things that I didn't expect to happen that just happened. And when I actually applied for Miss Grand 2024. Because guys, no one knows this. Well, some people do know this, but I entered for Miss South Africa and I didn't make it. And I was so sad. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. But then after that, after I entered for Miss Grand, I was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I made it. I got the results January and they told me I made it. And I was like, wow, I actually made it. I'm so shocked. And then everything leading up to that with the newspaper and everything, I was like, I'm on a newspaper? That's insane.
My goodness.
That is so insane.
When I saw that, I was like, Bella takes over the world.
Yeah.
It's a Bella takeover this year.
Exactly.
But then touching on that newspaper article, this is what I actually wanted to also shine light on and just have this discussion with you because I believe that might have also pushed you to go into Miss Grand, like the story behind the newspaper article. So I'd love for you to take us through the traumatic experience you had, which I believe that a lot of South African women go through this, you know?
It actually, I don't know, the fact that I'm still here today and I'm still alive is through God because I couldn't have done it without him. Sure. And I thank God every single day for protecting me and blessing me on that specific day. Yes, every other day has blessed me, but that one day felt so different. Everything was so crazy. It was a public holiday. It was actually Easter. It was
Easter. Goodness. I was about to say, take me through that day. Are you just chilling at home or you're going to an event?
I was
what happens?
I was actually working. I used to work retail.
Okay.
And I came back from work because it was Easter, so we would leave early. And so I got home and I wanted to go to gym. And And guys, it's so weird because you know how an Uber will say, I'm 1 minute away. So I'm like, let me just go stand outside because he's 1 minute away. He's not that far. This guy was pouring petrol down the road. And I'm thinking, 1 minute away, how bad could it be? And I go stand outside. He doesn't tell me he's pouring petrol, by the way. He's just pouring petrol. Mind you, it's also not his fault. He's supposed to pour petrol. How am I going to get to my destination without
on
petrol?
your side, one thing I've also picked up is someone that requests a lot. Every time I also see that the driver's 1 minute away, it's like automatically a signal for me to go outside because I don't want him waiting for me and they'll charge me more. So I get you.
So I go and I stand outside and I see this guy that used to live in my complex and we're like having a catch-up session because I haven't seen him for like forever. And he's like, hey, how are you? How's everything? How's school? Mind you, I'm still in varsity. Yeah. And then I'm like, no, I'm good and everything. And we are like having this conversation and this Uber car, a Toyota Corolla, just passes us. And in the car, there's a guy, there's a driver, and then there's two guys at the back. And it's like, oh, Sisi umuhle yo. And then I'm just like, firstly, I'm not dressed nicely, but I just say thanks. And then me and the guy were like, this is so weird because like, why would an Uber driver try to speak to me while he has clients at the back? That's weird already.
Yes.
But then we just leave it. And there's another guy walking on his phone, speaking to his girlfriend. As soon as that guy leaves me, we're done with the catch-up session.
The guy you were having a conversation with, the one in the complex.
Yes, the one that lives in my complex. He leaves me, he goes inside, and now I'm standing there still waiting for my Uber. So now I'm texting this guy, like, hey, where are you? You know?
It's been 5 minutes probably by
it's
now.
Been,
the 1 minute is gone.
I mean, yeah, it's been a while.
Literally.
And then I'm not like I text real quick, because the guy was still walking inside. So I text really quickly and then like I put my phone away. So it's like my wallet and my phone. So my phone is underneath my wallet.
Okay.
And then I just see the guy that was on the phone start running towards me. I'm thinking maybe he's in trouble, you know? But like I want to help him, but like I don't know how to help him. He's running towards me. Then I realized, no, he's running towards me, not running, I don't know, to where.
Not running away from something. He's actually coming for you.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Then I run towards the gate and the gate has already closed and I don't have a remote. And they're grabbing me and he's trying to shove me into the car where the Uber driver was like, hey, you're pretty. That car.
That car that passed by and the guy was complimenting you. And you were like, this is odd.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So he's like trying to shove me into the car and the two guys at the back are trying to grab my hands. Like he's shoving me and I'm thinking maybe they want my phone. So I'm like, here's my phone, here's my wallet.
They take everything.
They take my phone and they take my wallet. He tosses it into the car. And the driver's like, she's too stubborn, shoot her. And I was like, wait, what? Shoot what? And I was like screaming for my life now. I'm like, I need to fight for my life because I don't have a choice. I'd rather die here where everyone can find me than like go missing and have my parents and my mom, especially my mom, worry about me. So I'm like screaming and luckily my neighbor who...
This is someone in the complex? Or is it a neighbor outside of the complex?
Outside of the complex. Same street,
Amazing.
But like knows me. So this guy hears me like screaming and then decides, okay, no, I'm going to come out and help you. Like, why are you screaming? Like, I've never heard you scream like this before. As soon as he comes out, they drop me and they drive off.
My goodness. In that moment, as you have been, I would assume you were thrown out of the car, you know, because now they scared. They can see that there's a lot of eyes on us. So this operation is not going to work. Mm-hmm. So as you are thrown out of the car, in that moment, what's happening? Is someone calling an ambulance? Are you physically hurt? What's happening?
To be honest, I blacked out.
My goodness.
Like you fight for your life, and then you just have a blackout. I don't know how, you know, some people say when they get into accidents, the only thing they could remember is how they got there and then how they ended up at the hospital. That was pretty much me. I had a blackout after the whole thing. Like I couldn't remember how we got to the police station, but we tried calling the ambulance and, you know, this is South Africa. Everything takes long. So the neighbor helped me go back home, and then I got into the house of my mom and I drove off to the police station. The most disappointing feeling is going to the police station or going to the police force hoping to get assistance and hoping that someone who's going to believe your story. It's when you go there and they actually don't believe anything you're saying.
What?
And they tell you, hey, what happened to you? And you tell them, no, I was almost kidnapped. And they tell you, are you sure this is not you just having a fight with your boyfriend? I was so disappointed. And mind you, this was me telling the police, no, like I was almost kidnapped. Imagine the thousands of women who get raped and get killed and their families go to the police seeking for help.
Exactly.
And they don't get the help that they actually need. We don't even have to go for ularato.
Exactly.
What happened with the family?
Exactly.
It's
bad.
It's actually so frustrating because it's the same police station I went to.
What?
It's the Sandringham police station.
And I mean, you can see when someone just had a traumatic experience. That is something that cannot be erased for like months or even years. And in that moment, this is something that might have just happened an hour ago. You look distraught.
Yeah.
How could they just fall for the assumption that, oh, it's probably just a minor thing, a minor argument with a boyfriend, and not take your word for what it is?
And the sad part is that they tell you, like, okay, but if we do open a case, if you decide you want to drop the case, we're just letting you know that we're not going to reopen it again if you come back with this. And I'm like, for the women who are getting abused, what happens?
Exactly.
And yes, okay, fine, I have a fight with my partner today and I come to you guys seeking for help. And then we fix stuff, maybe because we have kids. And then the next time he actually tries doing something way worse, and I come to you guys again seeking for help, and you guys are not going to help me because I decided to drop the case the first time. I felt so invalidated, and I felt like I didn't feel seen. But I also understood that if this is happening to me and it's not done by a partner, imagine the ones that get to experience this and it's done by their partner or their family members or whoever. They probably look at them like liars.
Exactly.
And if I didn't have that neighbor that came out, they wouldn't have believed me. That's
true. Sure. And then in that moment, were you able to open the case?
We did end up opening the case. They're supposed to get footage from the other houses because there's cameras around.
Yes.
They never got the footage.
Sure.
So, yes, they said they tried asking around, but they never got it. It was very disappointing. And just to see how they were treating me already, I was like, this is not going to go anywhere. There was, however, this one of them, I don't know, he was so determined to help me. He was like, no, but she's telling you guys that she almost got kidnapped. Why would she lie about it? And you guys can see she's got a scar on her face. She's bleeding. Of course this happened to her. Why wouldn't you guys believe it? And then the other guys were like, no, these kids, they like fighting with their boyfriends. Then they come here and they make lies and what. And I was like, this is so sad.
Yeah. So then after that moment, I'm so sorry that you went through that. Okay. It's one of the worst things I could imagine a young lady going through. And I can imagine after that moment, like using an Uber became traumatic, triggering rather than traumatic.
I think I didn't go to work for like 3 months. I didn't go out. I didn't go to school. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed at home. I was seeing someone at that time, and I think they really helped me get through it. But even to like interact with them was very difficult because I was like, this was done to me by a man. What makes me think you could do, like, what makes you different,
Exactly.
I would get very scared if someone came and was just like looking at me, even if it's out of admiration. I would still feel like very scared and very timid. When I got back to work, I had to, like the way I used to live my life, I had to completely change it around because of something that happened to me, which wasn't even my fault. And also another thing, it's like, we sit there and we're like, these women that get raped, that get killed, that get kidnapped, they're probably not dressed appropriately. They're probably not at the right place. I was at home.
You were right by your gate.
Exactly.
Literally. And That's the scary part, is that now you'll have fear of just coming out of the house, because this happened
Exactly.
right by your gate,
My
you
home,
know, your home.
your safe place.
Exactly.
And it wasn't like I was dressed in like the skimpiest shorts. I was wearing tights and a hoodie and Crocs.
See?
So it's not like a cute little outfit, like, yeah, I want to dress up. I had no makeup. I didn't look my best that day. And still, people want to take you away. So I hate it when people are like, oh, they kidnapped her, or they wanted to kill her because she was not dressed, or they raped her because of this. And I'm like, no, if a man or a person wants to hurt you, they're going to hurt you irrespective of what you look like.
Exactly. Did that change your outlook on life? Just that day?
Yes.
Do you feel like there was a different Bella before that experience you had? And like, did that bring forth a new kind of Bella? And I mean, you've mentioned now that that changed your routine. I would assume now, gym, you would tell yourself that I won't go out late. You know, you try to put measurements in place to prevent that from happening again.
Well, before that, I used to like go out a lot, guys. I used to love going out. I want to go out every weekend. Now I want to stay home. And now I want to like protect my space and protect my energy, and which takes away from me just experiencing life, which is, for me, I used to be like, okay, but it's unfair. They took a lot of things away from me. But at the end of the day, I'm like, maybe this is God protecting me. I needed to go through this to open my eyes. This actually redefined me as a person. And yes, it might be traumatic, but there's a reason for it being traumatic. And I know that trauma is going to it's building my character, it's building the person that I've become today. And everything I've learned from that experience, I want to be able to share with other women so they don't ever have to go through the same thing.
And I like what you say, that maybe God was redirecting you.
Yeah.
Maybe God was actually leading you to like an assignment that you have to embark on this earth. Because you know that especially in this country, we do struggle with GBV, and the powers that be in the country do not take this seriously, you know? We're really not safe as women in South Africa. And I always say that in order to lead people into something, you need to go through it first, you know? You go through it first. I remember in the Bible, there's the story of Moses. Before the Israelites were taken out of Egypt, Moses murdered an Egyptian and knew that what he did was wrong, and then he went into the wilderness. He's the first person to experience the wilderness before the Israelites. So God made him go through it because he knew he will have to lead the Israelites out of Egypt into the wilderness. There's a lot of people in the Bible that have went through stuff first before taking people along with them. So I believe with you as well, you have now become a voice like of raising awareness with GBV, you know? And it's a very powerful and scary assignment for God to give you, you know? It is. And I've always wondered that with such situations, for example, with myself, I used to struggle with anxiety, mental health issues, fear, and I had to go through that to be here, to tell people that don't let the fear hold you back. Anxiety, darling,
Girl.
she doesn't have power. That girl doesn't have power.
Girl.
Like, don't let her do that to you. So I had to go through it to know how it feels, so that when someone is going through it, I can relate. I'm not just motivating them because that's what people do online.
Exactly.
You know, you've got this. Like, don't let fear take you down. I know what it feels to live with fear, live with anxiety and all these things. So I had to go through it to relate to the people that I'm going to lead out of this thing, you know. But then an important question I have for you, when I had my own struggles and stuff, that affected my relationship with God. Because I was like, where were you?
Oh my God.
You know, so I wonder, even with you, with that traumatic experience, did that
Tracy, it's insane.
shift something in your faith?
It really is insane, because I never grew up rich or whatever. And growing up, we already struggled. And my mom was a single mom for a bit. And just like our day-to-day was already really difficult. And I'm like, God, you helped me get through that only to bring me back here, where I'm going to watch her struggle again. And that was so disappointing. I felt like he was letting me down again. And I was like, again and again, come on, I'm trying, I fast, I do this. But then at the same time, I was like, does that make you a great Christian? Because you're fasting, because you're praying, because you're reading the Bible. That's the
You're
bare
ticking
minimum.
the list.
Yeah, I'm just like, today I read the Bible.
Yeah.
But it took a lot for me to get to the place that I am in today. And just surrounding myself firstly with the right people, right, is very important. And I never understood this before because I was like, she's just my friend, all this. Like, it makes a difference. The people you associate yourself with are very important because if you look at them, you should see a bit of yourself in them. And I'm so lucky that I have friends who are God-fearing, who love God, who literally put God in the center of everything they do. And it has become something that I want to do. Like, willingly. I want to go to church on a Sunday. I want to feel good. I want to listen to worship music. Before I start work, I want to read my Bible. I have 2 Bibles. I have one at work and I have one at home, but
Bible girlies for sure.
Yes, I want to
like
read
that.
my Bible. I used to like going to the clubs and going out. I don't want to do that anymore. I'd rather have a brunch and read the Bible with my friends and just have a good time. And even like secular music, I still listen to that, which is something I'm struggling to get. Like, I don't know if you, but
convictions are not the same. I think that's a big one, especially within the youth, where if someone is convicted from listening to secular music, we now feel the pressure that, okay, because I'm Christian, I need to stop listening to a so-and-so artist.
Yeah.
I think convictions are different, and the Holy Spirit convicts you at the time in which they see that this music or this specific thing that you're listening to or consuming, you are now idolizing it, So if it doesn't get in the way of your relationship with God, or you're not idolizing it, you're just loving the music, cherishing it, I doubt the Holy Spirit would convict you. The Holy Spirit only convicts you on things that they know, that God knows are standing in the way of the better version of you.
But I also feel like a lot of people don't really speak about Christian maturity. Like, maturing into your Christian life is very difficult. All the things you thought Christianity was when you started your journey and where you are right now is not the same.
Exactly.
Obviously got baptized last year.
Congratulations.
And thank you, girl.
Proud of you.
That's probably one of my proudest moments besides finishing school. But that's one of my most proudest moments. What I thought my life would be by now is completely different. I was like, oh my God, because I'm a Christian now and I got baptized. Well, I was always a Christian, guys, by the way. But because I'm like more of a Christian now and I'm baptized and I'm within Christ, life is going to be perfect.
Oh, Sezoko Asana.
It was so sad.
That's when the enemy has a mark on your back.
I'm telling you, it's like this year has really been a roller coaster. And one thing I'm very grateful for, and one thing that I feel like a lot of people need to do, is even when things are really hard, you need to learn to be grateful. That little bit of like gratitude is going to change your life. And it's just like faith. You just need faith, just a
mustard
seed, and that's all you need. And that should be perfect, and you should be okay with everything that's happening. And I didn't know how to be grateful before, but like after what happened to me, I am very grateful for every single thing. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be speaking to you. I'm grateful you're alive. I'm grateful I'm here right now. I'm grateful for all the things I'm doing. And even if it's little, even if it's big, for me, it really means a lot. So gratitude for me has become like a major thing.
I love that. And I love how you spoke on your, like, how your experience affected or shaped who you are now and your faith, and how you look at Christianity and maturing as a Christian and rededicating your life to Christ. Now you're grateful. Now you're shining your light to the way God wants you to. Another thing that I'm sure you're grateful for is Miss Grand, being a Miss Grand finalist. I want you to take us through that, and not only like the competition itself, but what it taught you about beauty standards.
Guys, being a finalist meant so much to me. I was like, oh my God, finally did it. It was really impactful in my life because it meant that people like me, guys, for those of you guys that don't know, I also have keloids, and it's a skin condition, right? It's not like there's anything wrong with me. It's just like, obviously there's the abnormal growing of tissue whenever I get injured or whatever. My body gets traumatized a little and then I get that abnormal growing. So maybe if we both got hurt and today, you probably heal maybe in the next 5 days and mine will take like 2 days. No, it takes, it's much shorter.
It's much shorter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then with you, it'll be much longer. But that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to take much longer for all the cells to go back and everything. But yeah, pageantry over the years have taught us that you have to be perfect. You have to look like a Barbie doll. Your body needs to be perfect to the bone. Like, your makeup needs to be amazing. Your hair needs to be stunning. Your teeth needs to be white. And we're reaching a day and age where perfection is in everything, and perfection is in who you are and how you identify yourself. And I'm so happy that we are redefining beauty standards in South Africa. Even like with Miss South Africa, I know they crowned Mia, and Mia is partly deaf. Before that, they had Shurafatso, who had was bald-headed. Like, all those things make you different, and that's what we want to see. We're so tired of the typical pretty-looking girl that looks like a Barbie doll that is stunning, because that's not reality. Exactly. We have cellulite. We have bad teeth.
We have stretch marks.
Yes, we have stretch marks, and all those things that are not meant to be perfect make you who you are, and that's what perfection is. So this journey has really been like an eye-opening experience for me. Obviously, Miss Grand is not like Miss South Africa. It's more like performative and very big and very like different, where Miss South Africa is more like elegant and very soft and very pretty. And but at the end of the day, they both want to do the same thing. They want to give women a platform so they can tell their stories, so they can empower other young women, and so that they can uplift young women. Because I feel like society doesn't really give young women a space to shine, especially Black young women. Black women, for me, I feel like suffer the most in the world. We are targeted at everything. Our skin color, the way we think, the way we talk. If we get too angry, then we're too aggressive.
A mad Black woman.
Exactly.
That's what you're called. Yeah.
If we don't say anything, we are naive. You know, if we dress a certain way, we're doing too much. If we don't dress up, then we don't fit the part. We're not classy. So I'm so lucky and so blessed to be put in that position where I could inspire other young women who look different and be like, hey, it's okay to look different. You're just as pretty. And also, like, I know I'm a bit different from the typical pageant girlies, because everyone is like in a dress, and I'm like, I want to be in like a pantsuit, and I want to be like in jeans, and I want to normalize what people think is weird about being a pageant girl. It's okay to be different. This is what you have at home. You shouldn't want to change who you are to fit society's standards.
Exactly. I like that. I like that.